So welcome everyone, thank you for coming. And thank you to everyone who joined us on our solidarity ride. So I am a social worker and I'm also the interim vice president of Pennsylvania Now. My name is Jeanette Jeter. So I just want everyone to take a moment and sort of just process what that experience was for you, even if you were talking to people and friends, and this is your very first time on SEPTA in a long time, or if you really had some thoughts about the incident or other incidents that may have occurred. So I just want to take a moment to think about that and to process. So a moment of silence, please. All right, thank you everyone. All right, so we have a list of people who are really excited about this advocacy work that we're doing and really passionate about making sure that public transit spaces are safe for all women, cis, trans, LGBTQ people. And we're going to lead off with Candace from, formerly known as WAR, the Delaware County Victims Assistance Center. There we go.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Candace Linehan, the Assistant Executive Director at Delaware County Victim Assistance Center. Thank you for everyone being here today. I stand with my sister agencies, and I'm here to encourage anyone who has been a victim of a crime to come forward. We provide free and confidential services to those that have been traumatized by violence. All of our services are available for free. We have a 24-hour hotline. We will work with you if you choose to report to the police or choose not to. We are here to empower all people to make their own choices. It's never too late to get help and to begin the healing journey. We collaborate with all of our 48 police departments in Delaware County. We have a counselor advocate who is stationed in the Upper Darby Township Police Department to make services accessible. Nobody deserves to be violated in the most intimate way. Thank you.
Now we have Congresswoman Mary Gay Scanlon.
Thank you everyone for coming out here. This is so important. No one should be subject to sexual harassment or assault when they're riding public transportation. But for too many women, too many LGBTQ people, that is the reality every day. I've ridden public transportation in this region for 40 years. And yes, like probably every other woman here, I've been subjected to harassment, I've had to move my seat, I've had to report to officials unwanted harassment and even touching. This must stop. It's a matter of human respect. So thank you to everyone who came out to say enough is enough. Thank you to everyone who's here to stand up for their neighbors, to say here are the resources, and to say we can do better. Thank you.
Enough is enough! We have Laura Wentz, my clue sister and president of Upper Darby County Council.
Thank you so much, Jeanette. Thank you so much for PA Now and Philadelphia Now making this event possible. Thank you for everyone coming out in Upper Darby. It's really important to us to stop rape any chance we can. Sexual assault, sexual harassment, any kind of harassment, it's not acceptable. It has to stop. We need to step up. If we see something wrong, we got to say something, right? It's really important. I wear a safety pin to indicate to people that I'm a safe person to be around. If you're feeling threatened or anything, come stand next to me because I will not hesitate to defend you. And I think that's important for people to do. I think it's important for all of us to say something when something's wrong, to stop things like this from happening. We need to come out of our COVID shell and protect one another physically and mentally. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for standing up. We appreciate you. We respect you. I'm the president of Pennsylvania Coalition Labor Union Women, as well as being Upper Darby Township Council President. So thank you so much. You rock. Have a great day.
So now we have Christine Ruther, Delaware County Council.
I'd like to join everybody else and thank you for coming out. 69th Street, where we're standing, this was part of my regular orbit when I was growing up in Havertown. I take the Norristown high-speed line into Philadelphia almost every afternoon during the winter because I would go down, find my way to Boathouse Row. So it would be the Norristown high-speed line to the Frankfurt Market Street L to a bus. And I'd train there, and then I'd have to find my way back again. And I was in high school, 15, 16, 17 years old doing that. I debated how to dress today. Do I dress, like I'm going about the rest of my day? Do I dress like I was a kid going down to the river? Do I dress like I'm a person who probably needs to use public transportation to get back and forth from work? With my pumps, my high heels, a skirt, all of those things that make it difficult to navigate steps and walk around and make women in particular vulnerable. Public transit, it's an asset. It's something you really need. We really need it here in Delaware County. So many of us depend on it. And when it's not safe, it limits the ridership and it limits the opportunity of the people who can't otherwise get to work, who can't otherwise get to activities, who can't otherwise visit and take care of family, maybe get to school. It is critical that all of us work towards making sure that this place, that all the trains, all the buses, all the L's, all the subway cars that connect to this place directly and indirectly are safe. Because so many of us need it. And as a community, as a county, we need it. It makes all of us safer if people are riding public transit, and we need to make sure public transit is safe. So if you see something happening to somebody, or what you think might be happening to somebody, all of us need to tell our friends, our neighbors, our community members, you need to say something about it. Think about that woman. Think about that transgendered person. Think about that person who's in a costume or coming home from work or doing whatever it is they're doing, and wonder, what if that were my mother? What if it were my sister? What if it were my brother? I'm going to make a phone call because that person is as important to me as I hope my daughter or my brother or my mother is to them. So think about it, thank you, and spread the word. We're responsible for making sure our public transit is safe.
Yeah. Senator Tim Carney is a great supporter.
Thank you, David. It's really heartwarming to see this many people out today to talk about this issue. I wish we weren't here. I wish we had a properly funded public transit system that works for the people of the Commonwealth. I can tell you in Harrisburg, we're fighting this fight all the time. And the core of this is that we want a strong public transit, and we want it properly funded, which is not something we're doing right now. So until we can get there, until we can actually get this point across to my colleagues in the Senate, then we're going to unfortunately continue to meet like this, which is nothing that any of us want to do. So I'm here as a supporter. I'm here as an ally. I'm here to try to do everything we can do for the people of Delaware County to get through situations like this. And literally, at the end of it, we want to have a properly funded system. So thank you very much.
Upper Darby County Council member, Sheikh Sadiq.
Hello everyone, I'm Sheikh Siddiq, Councilman 6th District, Upper Darby Township. This SEPTA station belongs to the great township of Upper Darby. and part of this SEPTA station belongs to my district. Thank you all the organizer and the elected official. Enough is enough. From today, from now, none of my mother, none of our sister, none of our cousin, anyone get wrapped in SEPTA bus or train. My two daughters, every single day, Monday to Friday, they use public transportation. I am now worried about that my two daughters will come safely to home. So I ask to the township, Upper Darby Township, and the SEPTA administration, take necessary action to save our mother, our sister, our women folks. Thank you all. Thank you for coming here.
So now we have Gina Curry, Vice President of the Upper Darby School Board.
Hi everyone. Thank you for being here today. I come on behalf of the School Board of Upper Darby. I want everyone to know today that you being out here is so important. It's important for us to use our voices when injustices and violence have happened in our space. We need to take our space back. We need to take our space back. I know that we are talking about women who are being assaulted, but men get assaulted too. And we have to recognize that this is a danger for everyone. And I have daughters and the son, and I know how much we rely on public transportation. And so I thank you to SEPTA and to everyone, the police department, for finding new ways to keep us safe. We can't worry about our kids. Our students take public transportation. We live in a big district. And so I'm here today to support this effort. I see these signs, the Bangladeshi American Forum. I see signs, young people out here that want to feel safe. And so this is what this is about today. We as a people need to be community members who figure out safe ways for us to work, play, get to school, and to navigate in our community. It's not okay. It's not okay not to feel safe. And I thank each of you today for organizing, and I'm glad that I could come out and be a part of this. Thank you so much.
So now we have Mary Onama from Montgomery County Victim Services.
Hello, everybody. It is a pleasure for Montgomery County to stand in solidarity with Philadelphia, with Upper Darby, and with Delaware County. This is a call to action. Our safety is in our hands. And thank you to the Bangladeshi Forum Association, because if you do not take the safety of your community, of our community in your hands, rape will happen, violence will happen. So it takes each and every one of us to make a commitment for safety in our community. Your safety is in your hands, and so let's all work for a safe environment. Thank you. I wanted to add that services are available to you in each one of our counties in the Southeast region. You can call Philadelphia, or you can call Victim Services Center of Montgomery County. You can call Delaware Victims Assistance Agency. No matter where you live or where you work, you can get support. But remember, the safety of our community is in your hands. So when you see something, say something and make a call. It's so important for us to remember that. It's not just the police or SEPTA or EMS. Each and every one of us is a safety zone. Please feel free to take hand sanitizers and brochures that will give you hotline numbers so that you can call us and we can support you and help you to heal from any kind of trauma, including that your family experiences. Let's get together, This is a call to action. Our safety, our well-being is in our hands, literally. Thank you.
Now we have Leslie Richards, from SEPTA.
Thank you, Nina.
You got it.
Thank you, Pennsylvania Now. Thanks to everybody who's here today for this extremely important issue. And we are extremely happy here at SEPTA to be taking part in it and to be true collaborators and partners with you. As everyone has said, we all have to work together. We stand with you and we stand with everyone today to support the victim of the October 13th rape on our system. We want to spread the word about ways in which we can all work together to keep everybody safe. Over the past 19 months during the pandemic, social problems and quality of life issues have all been exacerbated. I know our riders and employees see it here at 69th Street Transportation Center and other locations throughout our system. These are all issues we face as a global society. And while they are not unique to SEPTA, they do converge together here, and they present many challenges. In this case, it was a violent crime against a woman who was raped on the Market Frankford line. I want to be clear. We are fully aligned with our partners in the Delaware County's District Attorney's Office and the Upper Darby Township Police Department as this case moves forward. We are determined to see justice for this victim. The assailant was taken into custody thanks to the quick action of several SEPTA employees. First, an employee on the train saw that there was a situation that needed to be reported to police and called it in. Then, just minutes later, SEPTA Transit police officers apprehended the suspect in the act when the train arrived here. This was a terrible crime that received a lot of attention, and it should have. A woman was violently assaulted. We need to act immediately, and over the next days and weeks, we will be developing a campaign to heavily publicize the SEPTA Transit Watch app. We'll be expanding the security guard concept to cover our trains. We'll be increasing the number of social service specialists working on SEPTA from 7 to more than 50 to help with outreach to the vulnerable population. We'll be equipping social service specialists with police radios to enable direct communications with our transit police. Yeah. We'll be issuing every one of our 282 custodians at SEPTA a cell phone to enable communication with transit police dispatch. We're creating a virtual patrol center, and we right now are in the process of hiring specialists. We're going to continue our efforts to hire more transit police officers. We are initiating a high school internship program to encourage city residents to join our transit police. And we will continue, thank you, I don't mean to stop, we are working hard for all of us. And we are using our YouTube channel to seek the public's help to help us identify unknown suspects. Delaware County District Attorney Jack Stolzheimer and I have been in contact. We spoke just yesterday as well, and we are in full agreement. We must do all we can and work collaboratively with him and his office, with the Upper Darby Police Department, and the public to keep people safe and to prosecute crimes. Since this incident happened, we have publicized the various ways for anyone to report an incident on SEPTA. First and foremost, call 911. We also want to let everyone know that there are emergency call boxes on our subway trains and at stations. They're a valuable secondary option, but by calling 911, you help facilitate the fastest possible response. We're also publicizing today and want everyone to know about the SEPTA Transit app. It's a wonderful way to quickly and also discreetly report information about non-emergency matters. So we want to encourage everyone to do everything that we can. Please help us be the extra eyes and ears. If you see something, say something. If there's something that doesn't look right to you or something you wouldn't want your child to see, please report it, and our police will take appropriate action. Lastly, I just want to say, as a woman and as a mother, I understand what it's like to feel unsafe in public spaces. I understand what it's like to worry about a daughter. And so I am asking you, for SEPTA, for everyone here today, for all of us, and for myself, let's all work together to make things better and safer for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you so much. This is the second woman to lead SEPTA, and look what that makes happen. Representation matters. She got in there, this happened, she's going to make change. Make sure we look at the women who are running for office across the nation. Their experience makes a change. So their experience makes policy change. So I'm very grateful to Leslie for stepping up and working with us. I am Nina Ahmed. I am the interim president of the National Organization for Women, the Pennsylvania chapter. With us, we have the Philadelphia president, Vanessa, my good friend, and where are you? Yeah. This is all our team. So we pulled this very quickly, pulled this together very, very quickly. SEPTA knows this. And so I'm very grateful for all of you to show up, particularly our elected officials who have so much to do, a few days before our general election. So this underscores how important this issue is, right? This is why you're going to take this message out that rape is a crime and it needs to be prosecuted as such. Remember, rape is a crime, no less than anything else, and it needs to be prosecuted as such. So I just wanted to give you a few stats. Every 68 seconds, another American is sexually assaulted. So standing right here, we've had people already assaulted as we speak. Nationwide, 81% of women and 43% of men report experiencing some form of sexual harassment and or assault in their lifetime. That number for men is an underreporting. Remember that. In our culture, in our society, men are not allowed to talk about these things. But we need to have partnerships across the board with men, with our transgender community, with our LGBTQ community, people who are non-binary. All of us need to work together to stop this. Because what this does is completely goes to the core of who you are. The reason why we did this whole action, we had a rally in Philadelphia, we got up on the train, thanks to SEPTA, got here. The reason we're doing this is because we are outraged. The woman who was traumatized in sexual assault has been forgotten, it seems. Every press report is talking about other stuff. It's been hijacked. We need to center it on this woman and all others who have been sexually assaulted. And there are many who are not telling you, they're not reporting, and we don't have them in our count. That doesn't mean it doesn't happen. Just as, I can't remember who said it, but every time we walk out of the door, if you're a woman, if you're anybody who is the other, you have to think twice. Where am I going? Who knows where I'm supposed to be? What am I wearing? None of this should matter. If I have to go to work, I should just get up on the nearest stop and go to work. Not have to go around so that strange man watching me doesn't know where I live. My daughter wears an engagement ring so she doesn't get harassed on the train. So these are things, these niggle away at your self-confidence every day that we are less than. We're not going to let that stand, and I thank SEPTA deeply for putting out a plan. This is what we wanted. We put out an open letter. Many of you might have seen it.
A lot of the things that were mentioned in that letter have been covered with what Leslie Richards just said. And by the way, we're going to hold them accountable. We're going to be watching. We want stats, we want data, we want to see what happens 1 month out, 4 months out, 6 months out. Has there been an impact with all these changes that have been happening? I want to thank everybody who's out here. We have people from Philadelphia who came out here. We have people from Northeast Philadelphia, Mesa who's come out here. We have people from Upper Darby and Delaware County. The reason why we're all here from different parts of Southeast Pennsylvania is this is a regional issue. We need to work together. You know, we cannot do it alone. All of you have a responsibility. Each one of us, if we see something, say something. If you can't say it to the person, if you can't stop it, use the app. Now, one thing Leslie mentioned is 911. In Philadelphia, 911 doesn't answer the phone. That's a problem. We should be sitting out on the streets demanding our 911 works. I hope in Upper Delaware County it works, because I have personal experience of 911 not working. And we need to bring that up with our law enforcement in Philadelphia, and we should have all these resources. Every one of you pays into our systems in some way, and you should demand the best service from all of us, from everybody, from every organization. I thank the advocacy organizations and the service organizations who are here. Thank you very much, because they're unsung heroes. They're the people who tend to those who have been impacted, the ones that nobody's talking about, after nobody's watching them. They have to put those pieces back together and enter life. So we have to support them. I want the message to go to the woman who was raped on October 13th, that we love you, we are sorry you had to face this. We are doing everything we can, and we want to have a collaboration to make sure it doesn't happen to anyone else. 3 days after that, a few days after that, there were 3 more sexual assaults attempted. And on SEPTA and in the stations. So we have a lot of work to do, and I want all of you to commit that you are going to do whatever you can. It could be just passing this information about the SEPTA app to your neighbor. It could be passing information about the National Organization for Women. We will advocate for you. We will come where you are. We are grassroots, and we are here for good. We're not going anywhere. So I want to thank all the young women who are here. They have come, the young people who are here. There are young men here too. This is why we're doing it. You have to pick this baton and keep fighting, because you let it go, things go back to where they were. We can't give up this fight. I thank all of you. I thank Jeanette, and I thank Vanessa and Michelle. Where's Michelle? Michelle Lockwood. There she is. And there were a few others who at NOW who worked very hard to make this happen. And I thank SEPTA and everybody who's here. Please make sure women's rights are human rights. Public safety is a human right. Rape is a crime. Let's end it. Thank you very much.